Oh? Could it be? Yes, I believe so. It seems a lost young human mage has entered my domain. Oh dear. Having some trouble locating me by my voice. I suppose it does carry a bit. Well, my dear, you need only look over at the water table to find me. There you are, see? It's just me. You truly look as though you were prepared to fight a specter or something of the sort. Was my disembodied voice truly so unnerving? My apologies, then. It can't be helped, I suppose. When one is as small as I am, they can't truly expect everyone to be able to perceive them immediately and easily. In any case, I have had the dubious pleasure of startling you horribly, and we haven't even been introduced. Please, allow me to rectify that. My name is Oliver. I am a humble cleric, attending this less than humble convention for more or less humble reasons. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you as well, young apprentice. Well, you are an apprentice, are you not? I figured as much. Oh, how did I know? Well, simply put, you look like one. You've got a fresh yet competent feel to your magic, and a face of learning, not knowing. From what I can see, from what I've observed today, you seem to be quite curious, quite open. Not qualities common of most professors or archivists. And you're not packing nearly the experience required to be one of the lords. So, apprentice. However, if I may, you do seem to be quite the powerful apprentice. Goodness, you are quite something, aren't you? Forgive me. I don't mean anything by my remarks. Nothing bad, at least. I simply... Well, to be frank, you're something of a breath of fresh air. Well, lest you haven't noticed, you're something of an outlier here. I've caught you a few times at this convention, and you always seem to be listening intently. Taking notes, staring with intent, fascination, and admiration, and, curiously enough, speaking with the students here as though they are surprisingly not beneath you. You drink in every word of the panelists as well. Unfortunately, that sort of curiosity is a rarity. Your level of skill mixed with your level of passion is as well. No, please don't mistake me. I don't mean to imply that I've been stalking you or anything of that sort. Rather, how to put this? Your attitude isn't the only thing that makes you stand out. You're one of precious few here who did not show up in an academician's robes or whatever it is the Lords of Magic wear. Some kind of dreck that borders on roleplay garb. Not that there's anything wrong with LARP. But you would think the lords would want to wear something a bit more formal and a bit less gaudy. This is a convention, after all, not a gala. I digress. What I'm trying to say is that because of your particular garb, what I've done today is less stalking and more becoming gradually more aware that you have been at every panel I myself have attended. And as I said, given your garb, it's not been hard to confirm such. More of a happy coincidence, not an intentional act. Well, then, since I have made it seem as though I'm following you, I would like to point out that you're the one who entered in here second, not I. I've been in here for 10 minutes now, easily. So in actuality, between the two of us, it is more likely I am the one who's being stalked. Oh, don't worry, I have no delusions that you are in any way truly following me with malicious intent. No, absolutely not. In fact, I suspect I already know why you've come into this room. Oh yes, I've been staring into my crystal ball all evening, and let me see if my divination is accurate. You have spent many hours in the main conference halls, with so many people out there, so many voices, and unnecessary displays of magical prowess from haughty apprentices and professors alike. A smell of smoke and bitter herbs stung your nose. And seeing that this room was opened just a crack, you decided you would use it as a chance to gain some brief respite. If you weren't supposed to be in here and you were caught, you could simply claim the door was open and you didn't know better. And if you weren't caught, just as well. And the opportunity to be alone was far too tempting to pass up, so you came in here. How was that? Well, I'll assume from your face that I'm more or less directly on the money. Oh dear, no. It wasn't any sort of actual future sight. And before you ask, it wasn't telepathy or any of the sort either. I'm sure you would have felt if I had truly gone into your mind. No, in all honesty, I simply suspected that you came in here with the same idea as me. Nothing could possibly be as bad as another several hours spent in a loud and overcrowded area, waiting for the next panel to start. Well, I am pleased to know that we're alike in that way. Oh, I am personally awaiting mindfulness for diviners. No. I do not personally have any form of visions, nor do I want to dip my hands into that mess. I've seen what they can do to people. I couldn't imagine having to bear that kind of burden. However, that said, I have seen what they do to people. And I'm hoping that I can use the knowledge from this panel to help the diviners in my life. It's hardly noble. I just don't like seeing them strain as much as they do. Knowing the future, or at least an aspect of it, is, well, no easy thing. In any case, that is what I am waiting for. but it won't be for another half hour at least, so I have plenty of time. How about yourself? All done for the day then. Nothing else caught your eye? There's still quite a few more panels. Well, if you don't mind me asking, then why stay here at all? If you're tired from the socialization and you don't want to visit any more panels, is there any particular reason you're here? Is that so? Well, I'm glad you've had some pleasant interactions then. And I certainly don't think there's anything wrong with waiting for someone else to be done with a panel of theirs so you can continue talking. I suspect, then, that you have been spending most of your time around the other apprentices, attending the lectures and panels that they go to, yes? Good. That's where the important conversations are, I found, amongst the new and the hopeful. Just before and after those wise panelists fill your minds with equal parts knowledge and lofty fantasies. Me? No. Unfortunately, I've been stuck with the elites most of the day. When I can't spirit myself away to an event or something, it always seems that one or more of them feels the need to speak with me. I wish I could understand why. I just feel like I have some sort of aura that draws them to me today. Yes, rich, powerful, and dubiously benevolent. Well, some of them. Some you can tell are here earnestly to teach and be taught. Others, well. Oh, yes. Good example would be Lord Kanaya. She is an excellent teacher. Quite wise, too. She's been present for quite a few of the panels today and the last. I'm sad I haven't been able to speak with her more honestly, but, well, she's got more important things to do. And, truth be told, I've gotten the impression that it's taking everything she has just to be here. I would loathe imposing on more of her time. Yes. Lord Arden's passing is a sorry stain in the arcane world's history books. He was a good man. It really is a shame what happened with him, isn't it? Oh, did you not know? Oh, I apologize sincerely to be the one to break the news then. I presumed everyone had heard. His passing was quite widespread amongst the academies. Well, to make it brief, he was one of only a few mages present when a fire broke out in the city that he and Lord Kanaya held watch over. The fire department couldn't manage it. They say reportedly that the fire burned brighter than 1,000 suns and water would turn to steam before it even touched the flames. Of course, Lord Ardent didn't hesitate to lend his aid, but from the panic and the pain and the darkness within the hearts of those who had set the blaze, a night spawn was born. Being so new, from such a sudden event, no one had divined its presence. Some say it was even born just as Lord Ardent had arrived, a trap specifically for him. He was so busy calming the blaze he didn't even notice it. At least that's what they say. They even say that as it bore a hole through his chest, he didn't waver. He spent his last breaths undoing the damage that the fire had caused and easing it back into slumber. Yes, he was a very kind man. I had the pleasure of speaking with him a few times, and those were some of the most delightful conversations I've ever had with the Lord of Magic. I've even heard it said that even Lord Cherchet had wept openly at the news of his passing, though I wouldn't know personally. Yes, it's a wonder that Lord Kanai is here at all. But as I mentioned, she is strong. And I suspect her sense of duty to our world would not permit her to miss such an important event. But that is neither here nor there. And I'm quite positive that neither of us would want to discuss at length the tragedies of the arcane world. Oh dear. I've upset you, haven't I? No, I distinctly have. Please, talk to me. I have plenty of time for you. Oh. Oh, I see. I can see how that would be troubling. Lacking in formal training, being largely self-taught. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but it does seem that you haven't had much connection to the arcane world outside of your mentor. Is that accurate? Yes, I can certainly see how that would be troubling you. Well, my dear, if it's any help to you, I do not personally think any less of you for having no formal training. I understand it can be difficult being different. I myself am an outlier in many ways, but it's important to remember that that doesn't mean you're lesser. Yes, you've been left out of touch. There are certain things you will struggle to grasp without proper training, and even more that you will likely be left oblivious to without the proper connections. However, this cost comes at a unique benefit as well. My dear, I do not mean to alarm you, but you are in the absolute best possible position to create your own shape of magic. Being primarily self-taught, you've essentially already begun doing so. Gestures, word pronunciation, sigil positioning, you're learning from books and a bit from your mentor, but with the books especially, they can only offer so much guidance. The rest, I suspect you've already begun learning to feel. something which is terribly important for humans to learn when it comes to magic. Well, when it comes to beings that are born of magic, they can inherently feel that and communicate in various ways that are unique to them. Humans aren't born of magic, which means that you need to learn to feel. So when you've already begun doing that, you've already begun the most important challenge that you will face. This is to say, your lack of standard experience does not make you worse. It means you will suffer different challenges from those taught in classrooms and temples and so on, but it doesn't mean that you are less than them. Okay? As for your ignorance to the arcane world, that is to be expected. Many mages who begin their journeys late feel just as you do. Hearing that dozens or hundreds or even thousands of people are celebrating one mage's achievement, mourning the loss of another, or hotly debating the findings of a third. Finding that that's going on while, to them, names like Lord Cherchet or Bron Galehard, so on and so forth, are just that, just names. Strangers to them, unknown and unimportant. It can feel easy to feel left out. Is that maybe how you're feeling? Like you're unattuned to a world you should be far more knowledgeable on? Yes, I can understand that. Unfortunately, it's not something I can help with entirely. I can't offer you the ability to retroactively gain years of understanding of the arcane world, I'm afraid. However, I can offer you my insights. Whatever you have questions on, even after this convention, I am here for you. No, I insist. I insist. In fact, here, why don't you go ahead and tell me your phone number, and I'll send you a text here, and if you ever have need of me, you can just call me or text me. All right? I do insist. Yes. All right. There we go. And you should be receiving your text now. There. Perfect. Now, why do I get the feeling that I haven't assisted you fully? Well, you still have a sort of sadness behind your eyes. My dear, I do not require an answer from you if you don't want to give it. And I certainly don't expect you to go spilling your guts out to me so early into our friendship. However, if this is to be your first Mage's Convention, I want it to be a good one. Not one marred with self-doubt and negative thoughts and so on. Unfortunately, I do not believe you. However, I will let go of the topic for now. Well then, is there anything you would like to talk about? Or shall we just sit in relative silence for now? Oh, you mean my size? Well, yes, in theory, being a micro at this convention would be quite difficult, I must admit. However, luckily for me, I'm not just a micro. Oh, well, yes, I am a mage as well, specifically a cleric, but I am also a size shifter. I am capable of changing my size, more or less, at will. Oh, yes, we exist. A rare commodity, but not mythical. And frankly, less rare than one might expect. Less rare than even I expected. Quite the funny story that, but I digress. Well, put simply, being small is relaxing. As I'm sure you know, one's ability to cast magic is somewhat dependent on one's size. Of course, moon magic, that being rituals, sigil, summoning, and so on, can use an external conduit to channel magic. However, sun magic, like evocations or quick spells, auras, those require the caster to act as a conduit. Whatever magic they can store within them is the magic that will be used for the spell. As such, being smaller helps to make my magical sensitivities, so to speak, weaker. It makes them easier to manage, less overwhelming. In large groups like this, being small is a way to relax, to tune my brain into what's important, rather than just the existence of everyone around me. Yes, important things such as a book I'm reading, maybe a puzzle I'm working on, problem I'm facing in my personal life, how I'm feeling, how others are feeling, maybe a conversation I'm having right now. I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm simply pointing out things I might be inclined to focus on while at this size. Well, yes. Perhaps I am still concerned about you. I certainly hope you're not offended. If it is of any consolation, my concern does not come from an assumption that you can't handle whatever troubles you. I simply... May I share a story with you? Alright. About 12 years ago now, I attended this conference with a few brothers and sisters in my order. The temple I trained in had very strong convictions against the mixing of magic learned through holy texts and magic learned through academic texts. But regardless, we were permitted to attend. And I was absolutely thrilled to attend, of course, because this was my first and possibly only chance to see the arcane world outside of my temple and our acts. And I spent the entire time miserable. Because when I got there, rather than enjoying myself, I was busy questioning if I truly fit in with other students. I was worried perhaps my cleric's robes were too plain, or out of place, or if they would simply identify me distinctly as other. I wound up spending nearly the entire time simply trying to prove to myself and to others that I deserved to be there. Ultimately, when I returned with my brothers and sisters, the heads of our order spoke to us about the experience. I suspect now that they largely just wanted to ensure that we hadn't been tainted in some way by it, but regardless, they engaged in deep and meaningful conversations with everyone who had gone except for me. Ultimately, I couldn't remember much of the experience. I couldn't remember much of the lectures. I couldn't remember much of my conversations. I'd taken notes, but that was all I had. I felt like I'd gone and done nothing. That feeling stung worse than all of my previous concerns if I were somehow good enough to be there. After that, I felt quite ashamed. And I spent many sleepless nights thinking about how I spent so long being excited about the event that I probably went and squandered it. And that is part of why I'm so concerned for you. I know you have notes. And you yourself have said that you had quite a few good conversations with your peers. But here, right now, I can tell that there's something bothering you. And whatever it is, I would like to help. Well, if it's not something as simple as that, then please enlighten me. I may be small right now, but I'm no stranger to assisting in larger issues. Oh. Oh, I see. Yes, that is. I'm very sorry to hear that. That sounds incredibly frustrating and confusing and upsetting. Do you happen to know why this forest giant has gone off on this little adventure? I see. Well, that is a comforting thought, I suppose. Well, I feel that mortals spend so much time wondering who we are, who we should be, what actions we should take, who we agree with or disagree with. So I can't help but feel it's somewhat comforting to know that even immortal creatures, like giants, struggle with this as well. I mean, giants are quite literally born with a purpose. If even they can struggle with reconciling that purpose, then are we as mortals truly doing so poorly? I'm sorry. I realize that doesn't help your current matter. So, your guardian has left. Where does that leave you? I see. Well, your mentor isn't wrong. Unfortunately, giants do help regulate the arcane energy in an area. So, without yours, the flow of that magic will be disrupted. It will doubtlessly shift around. And that will then doubtlessly affect the natural world. Can I ask, have you noticed anything recently? Any notable shifts in the weather? Anything of that sort? I see. Well then, I'm afraid I can't give much of a prediction there. If it was that reason, then truly anything could happen. Complete disaster or barely a slight shift in temperature. I'd be inclined to hope for the latter, of course, but truly who knows? Tell you what, why don't you and I just enjoy this conference for now? And once it's all said and done, we can return to your town together. I can drive myself, no problem at all. And I'll see what I can do to help. Well, as long as you can spare a room for me, I'm sure I can stay out of your way. I can make myself quite small. You won't even know I'm there. Yes. And then, with your mentor and I both working alongside you, whatever problems may ail your town, I am sure we will be able to solve them. No. I do insist. Oh, my dear. Well, I appreciate your desire to make sure that I am not inconvenienced. Frankly, this is a once-in-a-lifetime sort of opportunity. And one I would be entirely remiss not to take. Studying the effects of a giant's absence upon a particular space is absolutely fascinating, and relatively uncharted waters due to the life cycle of giants. See? So we absolutely must work together. It would be my deepest pleasure. Yes, I mean it. I promise. There. You're already feeling a bit better, aren't you? You certainly sound more at peace. So I would consider that a win. Now, is there anything else you and I should talk about? Anything I can do to help ease your mind? Well, excellent. Well, let's see. Oh, I should probably get going. Mindfulness for Diviners is starting soon, and I don't want to miss too much of it. No, it's quite alright. You can stay here as long as you need. If you're still here when I get back, perhaps we can talk a bit more, or, if nothing else, I will see you tomorrow for our final day of this convention and the drive back. All right? All right. Well, I will be sure to tell you how it goes. And for now, you just go ahead and relax.